to the channel. This is Siffco, and I'm going to be talking about this new series that I just got into called Trails of Cold Steel. I'm not going to do a big deep dive of every little aspect, but it's going to be a basic overview, kind of one of those, I like this game and maybe you will too. So what you need to know is this game came out in 2013. There's 4 games in this series and they're all tied together. A few years later, this game came out to the West because it was only released in Japan, so maybe that's why you haven't heard of it, because I hadn't heard of it, and I love RPGs. I'm a big simp, especially if they have romance and choices and whatnot. So here I am. I just played it this year. I got it on a big discount. This game has a lot of dialogue. A lot of it isn't voiced over. For certain important sections, the voiceover does happen. So I'm just saying there's just a lot of written stuff that you have to read, at least more than to my liking. So I would say give it a chance, because I almost didn't, because I was like, wow, this is there's a lot to read and I don't know if I'm gonna play this. I like it voiced over. And so I give it a chance. I enjoyed it. I played all the games and they do get better. But yeah, a lot to take in. I'm gonna be showing spoilers because this game has been out for a long time. So if that doesn't bother you, feel free to stick around. So again, with dialogue here, you can talk to a lot of people. There's a lot. You can talk to anyone, any NPC walking around. Again, it's mostly voiceover. So if that's an issue for you, I say still give it a chance, because it was an issue for me. But I got through it. I enjoyed the game. There's a lot of content. That's not a knock. More content for your money is always a good thing. So RPG elements. There's gear. You can definitely upgrade. Unfortunately, there's no reflection armor that you put on and it looks different. It's all the same, but it can be upgraded. There's arts, which is basically magic. Arts are a form of like technology that they have, and you can upgrade those. Here I'm just going through. This is like my first playthrough, so I'm just kind of going through the tactics. Tactics are just, you can adjust your team whether you want them to the front or in the back of the line or the side. Next is my favorite part of the game, is the combat. Here, this is what's called an S-craft, and it's basically your special, your most powerful attack, or your most powerful healing or defense, depending on what character. For Laura, she's a daughter of a famous swordsman. Her attack is with her blade, obviously. So S-crafts, there's links. Here you'll see a link with Elisa, and that's basically a double team buddy system where one person attacks. There'll be an attack and opportunity, and your buddy can help out, and there's voice with that, so it's really fun. So mixing with links is one of the funnest things, because each link has different things, like whether it's a defense. If an enemy attacks you, one of your partners that you're linked with will defend you, and they'll take the damage and you won't. Here, another benefit of links is there's a cinematic with that person that you linked with, which makes it fun because you can change different people and there'll be different celebrations, different dialogue that you can have with that person. So links are really fun to play with in combat. Romance, the big reason why we play RPGs. I love romance in RPGs. I'm just a sap of love. I don't know why. If you watch Kate and Leopold, you'll understand. I love that movie. So here, there are romance options. There's plenty of them. I went with Laura here. There's also a lot of people that flirt with you or whatever, so there's that too. Are the romances good? I wouldn't say that it's like super deep, but it's there. I think this series has a tendency to really fumble the conclusions of romances. But the romances are there. As you can see here with Laura, towards the end of the game, you'll have a choice of who to dance with, and after there'll be a dialogue as well, and the blushing is one of their touches to say that she's into you. you'll have your romances and choices will reflect in certain dialogues and certain times, but it's not going to be like every dialogue. Sometimes in the main story it's like they weren't even together, but it's there. Mech battles. Whoa, this came out of nowhere for me. I was like, what? There's gonna be mechs? We're gonna be fighting with them? Like, what? How is that gonna work? What's the... How are they gonna build these things? Like, what? So I was kind of like lost in the first game in a bit, because at one point I was like, man, this game's long and I don't know where it's going. But mech battles are fun though, once you get to know what's going on. They're similar to normal combat, but you have to hit weak points on your enemy's mech, because you will suffer the consequences. They will dodge and they will hit you, and so you got to make sure to hit the weak points. In Trails of Cold Steel 1, the mech battles are really set up for later games, so they're going to be a huge part of the game itself moving forward. So the story. The story is about Class 7 and Reen as the main character. Class 7 is a bunch of mix of people, nobles and not nobles, and people from left and right. And they're getting together, and this is the government's experiment of, let's try this class out. It hasn't been done before. Let's put them all together and let's see what happens. And the whole journey is them getting to know each other. There's fighting within, because there's nobles that don't like non-nobles, and so there's a lot going there. You got story, you got romance, and you got the combat and RPG elements that keep you into the game. I've enjoyed it. So yeah, that's the video. I'm gonna leave you with a clip of the actual game where your romance choice comes out at the end, whoever you pick. A piece of voice acting that really hit me, a piece of the story that really hit me and made it emotional for me, and I was like, wow, this is a good game, and I definitely want to play the second one and see if the romances continue, see what happens to Reen, see what happens to Class 7. And so enjoy. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, I do it for fun, and I hope you enjoy it. So again, thanks so much. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're having great holidays, and I hope you enjoyed the World Cup too, if you're into that. So have a great day. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.
You will not bear this burden alone. I will stand and fight here as your sword. And I swear to you, this blade shall not be broken. Not before it returns to your side.
Laura!